let's explore 3 different ways to convert this color image into a grayscale image and why you might choose one of those over the other 2. To set ourselves up here, I want you to have the histogram open so we can see the changes, and I want your channels palette open. Channels is typically over here with layers, channels, and paths. If you don't want to drag it out, that's fine, but just make sure it's available, and make sure you have your histogram open. Again, if neither of these palettes are available to you, go to the word window and you'll find them there. If we're going to do 3 different changes, I want 3 images. I want you to be able to see each one after it's converted to do the comparison. To make that happen, go into your history palette. If you don't see it here, go to the word window. This button right there, I love that button. Click that button and watch what happens over on the image. It makes a copy. We now have 2. Click it again. We need 3 copies. So there's our original and our copies. Obviously, they look exactly the same. We'll do 1 to each one of these. 1 grayscale conversion to each one. Let's start with the one on the left. One of the ways we can convert an image is to desaturate the colors. Again, remember, each one of these channels is different. But if I go Image, Adjustments, and go into Desaturate, I'm combining all the channels together in a sense, or equalizing them. You can see they're all the same, and we produce a visually color-free image, a grayscale image. That's the first way we can do this. The second way we'll do to our second one. We come over here to the word Image and go to Mode this time and select Grayscale. Now, this is the direct approach. It's going to ask me if I'd rather use an adjustment called black and white. We'll actually use that in the next segment. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to say discard. And what you wind up with is this. Notice my color channels. Let me go ahead and move that out of the way. My color channels are all gone. All I have left is this. Look at the difference between the 2. There is a difference. The third way is considered the most successful. Select our third one. We're back to having color channels again. First off, convert the image from RGB, so go Image Mode, into LAB. Now notice our channels change from red, green, and blue to lightness A and B. All of the color information within this image is contained within the A and B. The lightness channel is the grayscale components of the image, the brightness information. I want you to come over here, and I want you to turn these 2 off. You can see we have now another grayscale image. Go to the word Image Mode again, and go to Multi-Channel. That will break the image up into alpha 1, 2, 3. Throw these 2 away. Drag them to the trash can. Now, one more step. Go Image Mode Grayscale, like we did to the second one. Now look at the difference. Here's the first one, a desaturate. Here's the second one, a little bit lighter in some areas, and here's the third one using LAB. This one is typically the best. I want you to concentrate mostly down here. Now look at that area when I go back to this one. Blown out. This one, not that much better. Why did this work? I mean, what made the difference? They're all going gray. When you convert an image using the first one, desaturate, the computer is equalizing all the color channels, which typically makes it darker than it needs to be. When you use the grayscale, like we did on the second one, that's a direct route. Basically, you're forcing RGB to decide what areas to equalize, what numbers to use, and it typically gets a little bit too dark. When you go LAB, you're converting the image from the RGB state into a lightness channel and an AB. The lightness channel is the grayscale value of the image, and the AB channels are the colors. By removing the ABs, you typically have a perfect image. The LAB method, in most cases, will be your most successful one to use. It takes longer to do it, but sometimes a little bit of extra work produces some pretty good results. Remember the third one, LAB.